Morning. Yes, children, welcome back to our online class. Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? Today is Monday, 25th January 2021. We'll start our Bonsai Life Part 1. We'll start with this lesson. Children, this lesson is about women empowerment. The title itself tells us, isn't it? Women empower power. The bravery of women. Observe the pictures and discuss the questions that follow Bonsai Life. This the lesson's name is. Who are these in the picture? What do you know about them? Mother Teresa, third one. Fourth one's Ania Mirza, right? Next is. Any guesses? After that is Lata Mangeshkar. Next is karate students who are trying to learn. What makes a woman empowered? Her knowledge, her information, her bravery, isn't it? Oral discourses debate on education leads to empowerment of women. If the woman is educated, she can change the home. She can change the lives of her children and her husband and her in-laws, everyone. She can change her house. She can change the conditions of the house. Isn't it? Morally, financially, physically, mentally, she can help the every member of the house. Bonsai life. Now we'll start the lesson part 1. The moment I see letters waiting for me on the doorstep when I return from work, I can't contain my excitement. It's very happy to see the letters, isn't it? Someone have remembered me, they know me, they want to know about me. It's almost as if I am face to face with my near and dear ones and they are speaking affectionately to me. Instantly the exhaustion of office work vanishes and my heart grows light. What happens when someone is talking to you, loved ones calls you, or first now they are phones, calls and all. Earlier they were only letters and all. For 15, 20 days the letters would come. Everyone would be happy that someone wants to know about us. The hard work which Bonsai has done the whole day, he feels it has vanished away. He feels relaxed and someone loving to him. Instead of entering the kitchen muttering, "Oh no, oh God," which is what I usually do when I come back tired, I feel like singing a song, humming a tune, and making a nice cup of coffee and savoring, drinking each sip of it. What is more, the sight of inland letters or envelopes in a familiar hand gives me the energy and enthusiasm to quickly make and eat some pakodas or bhajias. Even though I'm lazy about writing letters, I love to receive one from from some place or the other every day. The happiness of the person is this is an unexpected letter. If Amai Akaya, who doesn't normally write, went out to of her way to write a letter, there has to be a reason, isn't it? Every day the calls nowadays there are no letters, isn't it? The phone, mobile. Someone rings you every day, you call, talk. What happened? Casually, right? Someone who never talks rings you means something is wrong. What happened? Something to worry, isn't it? So those who doesn't write letter in the story, it is his sister or brother Akaya. Then he's worried and he opens the letter. As I open the letter, I am a little apprehensive, worried. I hope it is not some bad news. Actually, when things are fine, no one bothers to write, isn't it? Something is okay, no one calls each other. We call each other. Amalu, you must be very surprised to receive my letter. The letter starts in that way. You would be even more surprised if I were to tell you that Bavagaru and I are coming to your place. Your father and I are coming to your place. It's from his mother. We have been planning for a quite a while to visit Kasi and Haridwar. We have now found the time. Okay, they have got the time. Now they want to visit him. I hope you won't find our visit inconvenient. My dear, it seems Akaya and Bavagaru are coming over, I said to my husband excitedly. This lady was happy, he told to his husband. Is that true? When? Where is it? Give me the letter, he said, and pulled the letter From my hand, I went into the kitchen to get the coffee and other things ready. Akaya and Bavagaru were coming to this city and our house for the first time since my marriage. I had looked forward to their visit all these years. It's a sudden surprise. But they have at least informed her, isn't it? They have never left their village, little village, to go anywhere, using their children, cattle, cooking, etc. as excuses. Isn't it? Old people don't move from their places very easily. They had always avoided moving out. Under such circumstances, imagine it will be very shocking, no? Imagine they are coming to our house and this big city. Akaya is not as educated as me, but not as educated, I mean Nanagaru. I did not let her study after class 5th. Only 5th class studied she is. Of what use was education for a girl? They think like this. Why should the girl be educated? Even now many houses think, isn't it? They have to go in the kitchen only. Why should they be educated? They should be given so much time, money, privileges. Those were the days when people thought it was enough for a girl was able to keep the washerman's accounts. A decade later, when I was born, there wasn't much debate as to whether a girl should have education or not. I was lucky that my father changed with times. He didn't even hesitate to send me to college. No girl who is well educated can be satisfied with staying at home, isn't it? Being a housewife and looking after the household after marriage, she would want to put her education to good use and achieve something in life. It's correct, children? All the girls. I too was driven by the same desire. Even though my husband had a good job, I took up one as well. Because Akaya was not educated, she was married to a man from the village. Though my Bavagaru was educated, his ideals made him choose agriculture as his profession. Earlier, there was no such companies, complexes, high-tech cities, isn't it? Agriculture was most of them would same profession they would go with, agriculture, farmers, and that all. And he settled down in the village. It was a very big thing to do that much, and village settled down in the village to cultivate his own land. Akaya grew accustomed to the village life. They got used to it, that lifestyle, like you all, isn't it? What we get every day, we get used to it. Let it be mobile, burgers, or house-made food. We'll get used to that habit, habituated of it. Akaya brought so many things: cucumber, gongura, drumsticks, appadams, vadiyams, and coconuts. I hope you don't mind it. I have brought you all these things like kuchila. I don't know whether you like them or not. She said rather hesitantly. Why do you say that? You have actually brought all the things we wanted. She's very happy, thankful to her parents. We don't get these things over here. If your Maridi has gongura polsu, cucumber papu, and drumstick charu, he feels as elated as if he had a sumptuous feast, something like a party. These all things are. She makes thank to her parents, and she tells it's very good things we have brought, gifts like cucumber, like what are things they get in village they brought for their children, isn't it? With my office work I am unable to make appadams and vadiyams. Even if I had some free time, I am too lazy to do such work. You know me, don't you? I said with a laugh. She made them comfortable, like thank you. We don't get it here, we don't have time also to make it. Like, they are very thankful, obedient children to them. That's true. But by the time you come from the office, you must be dead tired. How can you then prepare appadas and vandiyams to and make idlis and dosas? I don't know how you are able to manage work at home and in office. Akaya consoled me. What a wretched job. Sometimes I feel like giving it up. You know, people say solve your problems at home before you solve those outside. To neglect work at home and look after office work is an uphill task for a woman. I said, speaking from experience. Her mother is worried how she manages school, job, and home together. Don't think like that, Amalu. How fortunate you are. Touch wood. You have studied well. Mother is encouraging her. You have a job, good job, have a job like a man, and earning very well. Mother is happy. You don't have to beg anyone for anything. You are able to lead a dignified life, unlike us, who have to depend on our husbands even for a few paisa worth of Karivipaku. This is that language that area says Akaya. The grass is greener on the other side, I thought to myself. What's your daughter doing now? I asked, changing the topic. She is in final year at school. If by God's grace she clears her exams, I am determined to send her to college. Your Bavagaru doesn't really like the idea of sending her to the next town and putting her in a hostel. It is a very big thing, girls going to other town and going to hostels. They are in a village, at least they are till 10th or 12th, they are studying something little bit. But I don't like to keep a girl at home without educating her. Is it clear, children? Nowadays, what is happening around us? The girl education and all, it's telling in the lesson. Isn't what I am going through enough? In these times, if a woman doesn't have a degree, she'll come to nothing. Without it, she will have to live under her husband's thumb like a scorpion under the slippers, she said. No self respect. She can do something, isn't it? If she's educated, learned. Got it, children? The story explains you that you should make worth of your studies, whether it's a girl or a boy. You should be able to do a dignified job and earn some money for your respect for your parents and all. Now, meanings, the hard words of the lesson. Let's go through glossary. Exhaustion, extreme tiredness, vanish, disappear, mutter, complain about something privately, savor, enjoy eating, elated, very happy and excited, sumptuous, grand, wretched, very happy, miserable, uphill, difficult, dignified, deserving respect. The homework for today. Answer the following question. The moment I see letters can't contain any my excitement. Why does the narrator gets excited? Send the answers by evening 5:30. Second question. What change did the narrator observe in her father's attitude towards education over a decade? Understood, children? You understood the lesson? Then you will be able to write the answer correctly, easily, and send me by evening. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. See you in next class.